Let's go, Justin Herbert. We got to start putting some MVP respect on his name. He is the Chargers offense. And let me tell you, when you don't have freaking Amarion Hampton and you don't have Rashawn Slater, well, things can get kind of weird. Third and Inglewood, and this is what you normally expect from a Vikings defense. They crowd the line of scrimmage, and they actually do end up bringing almost everyone. They drop one guy back into coverage, and well, this becomes a really good situation for Herbert because the protection is unfreaking believable. Look at this block right here by Vidal versus 51. Just right, Sally, right upfield. Cashman, of course, a veteran linebacker. This is just really good stuff from the protection all around. And Justin Herbert, one of the best throwers on the run in the NFL, is able to find Keenan Allen. This was something else that the Chargers did a good job of throughout the game, stacking their receivers. They got a conversion to Keenan later in the game, and it's really difficult to guard against this when you're playing man coverage defensively. And then, of course, the star of the Chargers pass catchers has been Oronde Gadsen, the rookie. Gadsden's going to be interesting as far as a hand in the dirt tight end. We know he can receive. We know the Chargers like to run 12 personnel and 21 personnel, which is what they're in here. The first number is the amount of running backs on the field. The second number is the amount of tight ends. So 21, a somewhat rare personnel grouping in this league. More rare in college than it is in the NFL, and you get a really nice. One of the best things to do on third and second and short is to throw the football. So a heavy play action fake. Once again, Vidal's pass pro in this game was superb. Look at that. I mean, look at that. And then obviously Herbert is able to find a route down the field from or to the great lad McConkey. I know it's been a frustrating year for the lad McConkey fantasy owners, but it's a really nice game. This is the best group of pass catchers right now in the NFL, with Gadsen being the way that he is. Obviously, they don't have the top end 1-2 that the Bengals have, but man, they're just so good. And man, QJ, you have Ladd, and then of course you have Keenan out here, and very easily Justin Herbert starts off looking left, and then he sees to the right that this is a wide open pocket of space. You could see Harrison Smith is looking at Ladd McConkey, and well, he's not looking over here in time. Look at when Justin's throwing this. Good anticipation, and once again, some good enough pass protection. Boom. Ball slightly behind him, no big deal. Herbie's legs are a problem. We get another condensed formation. And whenever you hear condensed formation, that basically means everybody is mostly in tight. And right now, you look at the personnel grouping, it's 22 personnel. You have two tight ends, two running backs, and one receiver really pinned in, and you're throwing out of it, right? You start off tight, and then you spread everybody out. And even though this ball is designed to go to QJ or Oronde on the deep corner, if you have a quarterback with mobility, you can run with him, okay? So in an actual playoff game, you would want Herbert just to bang it up in there, but he decides to bounce it, and it turns into an even bigger hit. And, of course, the Chargers would go on to score a few plays after. Now, I need some energy. Come on. Give it to me, TikTok. Give it to me, Instagram. Give it to me, YouTube, because this is downright diabolically sexy, okay? This is really good play call sequencing. The first thing I want to point out is the personnel, okay? You notice the Chargers here on first down have a heavy set. There's two running backs, two tight ends. It looks like good old-fashioned 22 personnel because it is. But where it gets really sexy is right here to the bottom of the screen. This is rookie Trey Harris, who is the number 4 wide receiver. Okay, so Ladd's not out there. QJ's not out there. Keenan's not out there. So you're really thinking as a defense that they're going to run this football on first down. But instead, you get a heavy play action fake, and you're actually getting vertical with this tight end, and you're running a deep over right behind it. It is such sexy design. All right, and then Oronde Gadsen does eventually get open. It was initially covered well, but it's such a weird play that Gadsen, look at how deep he actually gets. Remember, at the beginning of this play, he was in a 3-point stance, and now he has the speed to get behind the defense. Cut back. Are you kidding me, Oronde? That is beautiful. And he's wearing a vintage tight end number. Don't give me that single-digit mess. It's a first down. Crazy how accurate Justin's been this year. You get the offsides penalty, which makes this a free play. Obviously, on these situations, you prefer to just throw go balls. But the protection is so good. Again, Kimani Vidal basically pitched a shutout. And look at that throw right there by Herbie. First down. Wow. So here's the play we referenced earlier. One of the bigger conversions on the night. 3rd and 5, you force a stop and you're getting the football in good field position if you are the Vikings. And once again, they're in man coverage. You stack these receivers. Something else when you're in man and it's a linebacker out here and a corner, you're probably not going to want to switch off these assignments. And by that, you don't want the out to be guarded by 44 and the in to be guarded by Amari Rodgers here. So that also helps out Justin Herbert on this play. So you know that this is probably going to be a Meg call, which means man everywhere he goes. And, well, that's an easy read for a guy like Justin Herbert. Pitch and catch, first down. It's heavy play action first down plays from under center. I have no idea why college offenses don't do this. I really, 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 really don't. And this time you do have a lot of penetration up the middle. That's a great Joe Alt. No, Joe Alt's the left tackle. 75's getting beat. And, well, Herbert just spins out of it and then eventually finds lad McConkey down the field. Ridiculously good quarterback play. And then, of course, Herbert is just extending plays and finding guys open. This is one of my favorite plays in football. It's a juke route over the middle with a slot receiver going up against a linebacker. You're normally going to like this matchup, and Herbert sees that there's nobody in the middle of the field, so there's no need to really throw this football to lad. Just take these yards that are given to you, and guess what? You could pump fake all you want, keep those linebackers flat-footed, and Herbert, of course, can just flat out stroll. Look at this run from the Duck. Alrighty, let's get to the touchdown by lad McConkey. And this is actually really drawn up well by Mr. Kirk Herbstreit. You have the sideline ball, so you do have a lot of space. You do also have to worry about the safety getting over the top of this vertical over here. But this is Jeff Okudah, right? He's been barbecue chicken his entire career. And guess what? The safety is occupied by the vertical being run by Gadsen here, and it's just straight man-to-man. And the thing about this just being a straight vertical is that the center does give up a lot of pressure up the middle. It helps. I'm a big jersey number guy. 75 is just not a center's number. So that's part of the problem here. And even though there's all this A-gap pressure, Justin Herbert's 6'4". He can get over the top of that. Okay, Tua's not making that throw, y'all. He told you as much. And you can see right here that Herbert's arm, you're always worried about the follow-through with broken fingers, broken elbows. Look at that. Boom. His elbow's actually getting crushed right here, and it doesn't matter. That's how freaking good Justin Herbert is playing. And it does also help that they got rid of those god-awful gold uniforms. Keep the navy ones. These are beautiful. And once again, you get a condensed formation. It's 3rd and 1. Vidal's been running the ball well. So the runs that we're not showing you help set all of this up. And this is by far the single most popular 3rd and 4th and short play that we have in all of football. Something else you also have to keep in mind is, remember earlier we showed you on the 3rd and 1, them going vertical. So the defense is aware that they do not mind going vertical on 3rd and short. But this is it. Okay, it's a play action fake to the running back, while there really is no play action fake to the running back, right? By not having an actual play action fake, the running back can just sprint out here quicker, and there you go. So you show the play action, it still works, and then look, you're putting Smith right here into conflict. The corner has to run with this tight end vertical here, and now Smith has to decide, am I going after Herbert or am I going after the running back? Well, there you go. Pretty simple stuff. So Herbert's legs really do open up so much. It's not Lamar level like Greg used to work with, but it's still really, really, really good stuff. Yeah, I can't wait to get my all 22 copy because, well, I think even if this doesn't get deflected, it's probably an INT. Once again, there's a lot of pressure up the gut. Okay, so it forces Herbert to roll out, and while he's backing up, this ball gets swatted and tipped up into the air, and it's a pick. But even if he was letting this bad boy go, I don't know exactly where it would have ended up. Yeah, Brian Flores is pretty consensus the best defensive coordinator in the NFC. This was a tough night. I was a little shocked that they did not adjust to the stacks, right? They played a lot of man coverage on the back end, and this was a good job just creating these stacks on both sides of the line of scrimmage. So this is very difficult for a corner to get around on a shallow drag, in particular if you're going to bring pressure over the middle. They actually decide not to, and my guess here is, yeah, I mean, this is just strict man-to-man coverage. The middle of the field is deoccupied because the linebacker is running with the running back out here, but it just opens up a huge alley for the shallow drag. And, you know, it was there for a while. Herbert actually saw it a little bit late. And guess what? It's a first down because Keenan Allen is a beast. He just finds a way to get it done there. Do you know how difficult it is to be a defensive coordinator in the NFL? Well, it's because it's just so hard to react to when an offensive coordinator is in his bag. So this play right here is called counter GY. Okay, it's when you pull the guard and the tight end to the right side. Well, guess what? This is not the tight end. The tight end is actually to the right side, and they are pulling Trey Harris. So there's a new meta. I hope I'm using that word correctly. Zuck, don't cancel me. There's a new meta in the NFL where wide receivers need to be able to block. And if they can block in the box, like I think someone like Puka Nacua or whatever, they can give you extra hats in the run game. So normally a counter GY, let's just say you are doing this actually with the tight end. Well, you only have these two blockers here. You're not thinking that this is going to be a counter to the right side, especially with two pullers. But now with the receiver pulling around, you're able to keep the tight end over here and add an extra hat to the run blocking scheme. Now, the downside is you have a wide receiver blocking, and Trey Harris, that's not really his game, but he is a bigger wide receiver. So the guard kicks out the end, and now we need Trey Harris to find the corner. Boom. It just blocked really well. And it's also just a good way of mixing in your personnel. Okay. Wow. What a finish right here by Vidal. Look at this. Boom. Okay. Just nasty work right there. Love to see it. All right. So you get an adjustment to these stacks, right? They play zone instead of man out of it, and Herbert sees it. Okay. So guess what? It looks like everything is covered. The pocket has collapsed, and well, this is just what Justin Herbert can do. It's just nasty work, man. God bless America. The dude is just an absolute monster with his legs, okay? It's not Josh Allen. It's not Lamar. It might be a tier or two down, but it's still ridiculous. So I couldn't believe this to be true, but this was Justin Herbert's highest ESPN QBR ever. Now, I'm not going to say this was his best game. I still go back to that Raiders drive to keep their playoffs hope alive. I mean, that game was just ridiculous, Herbert. But, man, it's happening, y'all. I mean, he's in his prime, 27 years old. Can the Chargers actually make a run at it? That number 15 guy is still nasty. So you guys let me know if you think this was Herbert's best game ever, and we'll talk to you soon. Look at Trey Harris repping the 337, baby. Let's go. It is Power Hour NFL. Boom. Tonight we are doing pork chops.